All right, you want to jump into the sketch?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
September 2nd, opening up with Bethune-Cookman. This is our first meeting ever. They were supposed to have Ed Reed as the football coach, which was kind of exciting, especially for our buddy John, big Miami guy. Loved Ed Reed. I don't even really know what they didn't have money. He wanted money for guys and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, I think he wanted them to sink money into
the program. He just wanted the program to
yeah.
get some funds, and they're like, we don't have it. And he's like, okay, well, then you don't got me. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I think it was one of those situations like, hey, man, we have 4 45-pound dumbbells for the whole weight room. Like, help me out. And they're like, no, we don't have it. And so he's like,
I'm outsy.
Yeah, man.
That's unfortunate. We have never faced off. We've won 10 straight against our FCS opponents, 8-2 against the spread in those. How are you not 10-0 against the spread in those? Including that 51-0 win over North Alabama last year. Bethune-Cookman was just 2-9 last year. They had a 70-13 loss to Miami. It was the only FBS game they played. TJ, I mean, this is going to be it should be a bloodbath.
Yeah, it should be, is the answer there. Who did we play a couple of years ago? Was it Southern?
Yeah. Oh, it was a Heat game.
Well, yeah, and I remember their band was badass.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like into the whole band scene, but they were very good. Like you felt them from across the stadium. It was kind of wild. That game was a 55-24 finish with the Tigers winning.
Yeah, that's gross. Needs to be worse than that.
No, I mean, that's a pretty big blowout if you think about it, because I'm assuming Southern probably just put up 1 touchdown a quarter kind of situation. Well,
no, I remember that game. They started out pretty strong. They were running a little bit of a QB read stuff, I think. Kept getting pickup chunk yardage on us. I'm going big win here. Tej, want to know Tigers start the year off right?
Yeah. Are you trying to guess the score?
We'll do score when we get game weeks.
I'm with you. Yeah, it's going to be a win for sure.
But I mean, that's going to be like we'll go like 63-7. I told you I wasn't going to give you a score, but I'll give you one.
You give me one. Do you know where Bethune-Cookman is, by the way?
Somebody asked me this the other day, and no, I don't. My guess was Georgia, but I don't. Or is it Louisiana?
No, it is in Dayton Beach, Florida. Daytona Beach. What did I say? Dayton Beach. Daytona Beach.
Did not know that.
I had no clue what state they were in. Literally no idea.
Yeah, something new every day.
It could have been $1 million on the line. You couldn't have paid me to know where that was.
Yeah, I mean, legitimately, I probably would have never guessed Daytona Beach or Dayton Beach, Florida, for that matter.
Kenny, did you know?
I did not know.
Yeah, no one knows.
I don't even know what their mascot is.
Wildcat, I believe. I believe. Don't hold me to that.
So Tigers versus Wildcats.
You're on a roll tonight, TJ. Wildcats.
Wildcats. Yeah. All right, next.
All right, we roll into week 2, September the 9th. Head over to Jones Boogie for the old Painted Bucket Bowl with the Arkansas State Red Wolves. We've won 5 of the last 7, including 4 straight, but we haven't covered in the last 3. If you remember the last time we were down there at Jones Boogie, that was the 55-50 barn burner with over like almost 1,400 combined yards put up. Just an absolute track meet of a ball game. I feel like we never beat Arkansas State like we should. It's always a closer game than it needs to be, but like you got to go to Jonesboro and let's pull one out by 2 tutties at least.
Yeah, that'd be real nice because they are a team that we, for some reason, struggle with. And I don't know if it's because they think that we're a rivalry.
It's a little bit of that like little brother, big brother thing.
Yeah. And I will say, for what it's worth, they're not a team that is out there just recruiting. They're pulling guys in for second chance from P5s and things like that. So, like, it's not due to a lack of talent. Like, they have talent. Like, you go look at their roster, pretty much everyone who is expected to start is a transfer, someone who's transferring in. So it's not like, they just got some 2-star from Forest City starting at quarterback or someone like that.
Look at TJ's Arkansas City knowledge.
Look, I don't like the flex on it, but, I got it. Little Ravenden, excuse me. Ravenden.
Yeah, Ravenden.
You know what I'm talking about. No, that's a win. I still think the Tigers pull it out. Like, I am so confident in this roster. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but like, I think everyone they have is simpatico, which is like the weirdest way to say it. I just think they're going to gel so well together.
Do you?
Yeah.
Seth agrees with you.
No,
He said the other day he thinks this is the best talented roster that they've had since he's been.
Best talent.
That's what he said. That's a direct quote. Most best talented.
I respect
That's
that.
not what he said. Joe Skates also said that they got something special brewing over there. He's excited for the city to see it. So we both got them starting off 2-0. All right, September 14th, short week, Thursday home matchup with Navy. We won 4 straight in the series, 3-1 against the spread in that time. We haven't lost at home since, TJ, to Navy.
2017?
No, we only lost 1 game in 2017. UCF on the road. Speaking of Disney trips being ruined by Tiger football, that was another Disney trip. I've been to Disney twice as an adult. Both times we've lost the game. I went to that game, and their stadium is trash. The bounce house is not cool. It's because it's structurally not sound, and it literally shakes and it's a glorified high school stadium, and it's a lightning rod. There was lightning there, and we had to get 50 miles away from the stadium so that we didn't get struck.
They're actually suing the company that built that.
They should. I mean, it is bad.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but they're going to sue the company because of that. Like iron, like the aluminum that they built it with is basically like snapping in places.
It's absurd. 15 Fuente year. You know, that big old matchup. They had Keenan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah. I do remember.
We had just gotten ranked. We were undefeated, just gotten ranked the highest ever G5 in the, well, it was second year of the college football playoff. We were like 13th in the country. So haven't lost at home since 2015. I think it's a win. They got a new first-year head coach, Ken Niamatololo. I can't say it. Niamatololo. He's out of here. What?
It's not that hard. Niamatololo.
It's not after I hear you say it, but off the brim, it's.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, they moved up Brian Newberry, the defensive coordinator. Has been there.
Is he sticking with the triple option?
If you're going to get away from it, now's the time because you don't have a quarterback worth a damn.
I think they stick with it, though.
They probably will.
I don't know how you go away from it. I mean, that's Navy football.
Yeah, it's you got to think like it's the Naval Academy. You can't have 300-pound linemen out there.
Yeah.
Like all the linemen are like 250, 260 and just hella conditioned.
I hate the cut block more than anything in the world. I know there's people out there that are scared of the triple option. They're scared of Navy, and I'm just not. I think we make it 5 in a row. Win at home on a short week, and Tiggs moved to 3-0 on the year.
Yeah, it's going to be a win for me too. Mostly, I just really like the D-line this year, and I think that is if you have a sound defensive line versus the triple option, I think you have a really good chance. So I'm gonna take it.
Yeah,
And here we go. These next 3 games.
Oh, this is going to be the gauntlet. These 3 games are this 4-week. Kenny, I'm going to be honest, I had no idea what you were talking about.
Does the dude just now start recording at 45 minutes later?
Here we go.
After Navy, you got a September 23rd matchup with Missouri. Don't even want to talk about the location. In St. Louis is supposed to be neutral site. That's complete BS, but whatever. We'll take your check and then beat you. First meeting since 18. I was at that ball game. Not a pretty game at all.
No.
We lost 100-35, I think, was the final score.
Yeah. That was the Alberto game, dude.
Oh, yeah. Just streaking down.
That's a name I can't say.
Just streaking down the middle of the field all game long.
The same play over and over and over again.
It was absurd.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know too much about Missouri. You know, I've kind of looked at it, looked at the roster, like kind of looking at what they're going to have. I'm not that impressed. And this isn't anything shocking. Like, they're not, notably a very good football team, right? I'm not saying anything that's super shocking and newsworthy, but I just don't know, man. It's kind of a toss-up just due to the fact that I'm worried where this game falls on the schedule, that perhaps some guys will be kind of overlooking the Missouri game and looking ahead to the next week because, that we, as Kenny said, here we go, like that next stretch of games. Like, I'm worried they may be looking forward.
I don't know. Tough for me to overlook an SEC opponent.
Sure. I get that.
I don't think Missouri's world beaters by any means. They're going to finish bottom half of the SEC probably. I too don't really like the spot that we're in. It's going to be basically a Missouri road game or a road game for us in Missouri. Yeah, Missouri home game. I think they are very beatable. This could be a very winnable game. I really want to say that we win. So I'm going to say that we win.
Okay.
In a barn burner, though. I'm talking like a
60 to 66? Like
no, not. I'm just like a 45,
okay,
41.
I will say we drop this one just due to the fact that I think I could trade it off with one of the next two games. One of the next three. I think it's going to be a loss. So there's going to be a little bit of trade off.
Realistically, if you can go through Missouri, Boise State, and Tulane at 2-1, I think you set yourself up really nicely.
If you go through 3-0, then you're just
3-0.
Go ahead and put me in the college football playoff.
Yeah, we're going to freaking Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a loss. I will say probably a relatively close one. Maybe one like Tulane last year. One where we got behind because of stupid tip passes, stupid punt fumble.
Yeah.
And then you kind of clawed your way back, but maybe they were able to just
fell off a little short.
Yeah, you come on. It looks a lot closer than it really was, kind of thing.
See that. All right, so I'm at 4-0.
Yeah.
TJ's at 3-1. Move on to the end of September. Your 5th September game, Boise State at home. We've never met. So first meeting there. Our first matchup with the Mountain West Conference since Utah State win last year in the First Responders Bowl.
Well,
this is going to be a tough game.
yeah.
We'll see where we're at. I think FPI has us as a slight favorite in this game. And to be fair, since 2014, we are 19-1 in non-conference home games. We protect that home turf.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think this is a good game.
You know what that one loss in the non-conference home game is?
One loss in a non-conference home game.
They're now
UTSA.
Yep. I was going to say, to give you a hint, they're now a conference.
I just had to think back on the schedule who we played.
That's unfortunate because it really shouldn't have been a loss. We should be 20-0 since 2014.
I don't think anyone would disagree with you.
A lot of people are picking Boise to be the G5 Access Bowl slot.
Yeah. I think that they're projected to win the Mountain West, so that makes sense. I mean, depending on what you think of the American in general, I mean, you got to think out of the last 5 American champions, outside of Memphis in 2019 and Tulane last year, they're all gone. So it's not like you're going to have many options to repeat.
Yeah.
These are going to be Tulane repeating, Memphis winning again, or someone new.
This one's tough. I'm going to say we have a letdown game here. Lose to Boise at home, which I hate. I want to protect home turf. But I think we moved to 19 and, 20-2 non-conference.
I'm going to go that way. I think this is a win.
Okay, so we're flip-flop Missouri,
Yeah.
Boise State. We're both at 4-1, though. Heading into a bye, which is huge, before an October 13th matchup, Friday night, October the 13th on Friday, against the defending Cotton Bowl champions and American Conference champions, the Tulane in the membrane, Green Wave. We won 11 straight in this series, but we're 2-3 in the last 5. We've kind of alternated the last several times. The home team is winning the matchup, so I'm going to give us the edge and say we pull this one out. Move to 5-1 off a bye week.
I will say we've said our piece on Michael Pratt and what we think about Michael Pratt. I think this team relied so heavily on Tajay Spears last year, and he's gone. And it's not like that's someone you can just replace, right? You can't just have a next guy up and replace a Tajay Spears. Same thing with Kenny. Same thing with any of the running backs, honestly. Henderson, it's just so hard to replace that guy specifically.
I mean, we did it. Kenny literally replaced Henderson.
Kinda.
Okay.
Kinda.
TJ.
That's a very rare occurrence, though.
It is. I'm just saying
Especially
as rare as it is, we did it.
I know, especially at this level of football, right? If you're at Alabama and you have Mark Ingram and then it turns right into another version of Mark Ingram, whatever, right? You're pulling in 5 stars one after the other. I think it's so tough to do at this level, and they relied on his running game and the strength of the offensive line so much to kind of open up maybe some of the passing plays downfield and things like that, that now that he's gone, I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're going to have to rely on the receivers more. They've lost some guys there, lost a couple of defenders. I just don't.
They're going to rely on Pratt's legs more.
They're going to have to. I mean, he's still a freak, right? Let's not give him what? He is an athlete.
He's athletic.
Yeah, he's an athlete. He can scramble, he can run, he can make big plays.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that they could win. I just at home, we're not losing to Tulane at home.
Yeah.
We're just
Tulane and Murray. So we're both at 5-1.
What was the year? When's the last time we lost to them?
At home?
Yeah.
Oh, you put me on the spot. I knew it the other day. We haven't lost to him since 90.
Is it the 80s?
No, it was like 90.
98?
98.
98. So Kenny was like 22 then?
Yeah. He didn't hear you. All right. Fresh off of a Tulane victory, the Battle of the Bones is back. October 21st. I'm trying to work in a family beach trip around this ball game so I can get to it. I want to get down there to that new stadium. And I want to watch us beat the dog do at a Trent Dilfer's UAB Blazers and get that Battle of the Bone. They better be polishing that thing up because it's coming home.
What'd y'all think about their jerseys?
They look like South Florida to me. They look like so much like South Florida.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like
That neon green.
yeah, it's just I don't like it when Oregon does. I don't like it when anybody does it.
That black one was sick though.
They had a black one?
The black one, the end. They have 4 of them.
I don't remember.
I stopped looking at all of them and they were just gross.
I'm going to be honest. The dragon doesn't spit out red flames. Okay. I saw that one. That one has like the neon green. I don't love it, dude.
Turn your screen. Let me see.
Let me kind of blow it up a little bit. It looks like the Jets.
No, that's disgusting.
They've got that little.
The lettering. They deserve to be beat 55-0 wearing those.
Yeah, I just don't like the neon green. That feels so USF to me.
And it's an awful font. The number looks dumb. That's a
Kenny
really,
likes them. Sorry, Kenny, we're hurting your feelings.
Yeah, I mean
here,
those
but
are horrible.
They're not good.
I ain't worried about it.
They're not good.
Those are really bad.
And it's crazy too because they rolled out that video like, look how good we look. Look at the video. Look how good they look. They're not good.
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. We literally have probably the best uniforms.
I think they could spice them up a little bit this year. I think they could change it up a little bit.
They could. I wouldn't mind something new.
The tiger stripes are good, right?
They are good.
They've had that same tiger stripe uniform
but the stripes on the helmet are new. They're
they
more
did change
authentic
those
looking.
in like 2019 or 2020. I can't remember. But I feel like this is the same uniform going back to 2016, 2017. 2017 maybe.
We could use a little revamp.
I'll say
See. Maybe there's some on the maybe they're doing something with it.
I want a Memphis State uniform.
I would love a throwback.
I want that like bouncy.
We did the throwback helmet decal for
the bouncy pouncer.
I don't remember what game that was. Was it like Kansas or something? We did it one year. And it was dope.
I thought y'all weren't fans of the old Tiger.
Oh no. What do you mean?
What old Tiger?
The old Tiger logo, the orange one, the one that y'all don't like.
Oh,
No.
not
We
the
want
leap.
older than
Yeah, I'm
that,
talking
man.
old.
Oh, got you.
I call it bouncy pouncer. I don't know. It's actually a name.
Cartoony one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a legit one.
Yeah. I'm talking like.
I got them on a shirt or a hat. Or
Yeah, I
something.
have it on a shirt as well. I'm sure Tiger Jeb would be so mad if he saw us trying to Google this and try to figure it out. Someone who's been around for a little bit. But it's that cartoony looking pouncer with the curly tail.
Yeah,
I
it's got a
can't
little
find
ticker in him.
Yeah, man. I like that one. Going back to UAB, I just don't think they're that good. I'm going to be honest. Like, I know that Dilfer's trying to put out as much as he can about him, hype him up. They lost Bill Clark. They lost their defensive coordinator. Like, I have no faith in them. I'm sure they could become something, right? Dilfer has so many connections with the Elite 11. All he's got to do is pull in one of those good quarterbacks. I don't know how the heck you're going to do it, but you pull in one of those good quarterbacks, things could turn around, but it ain't happening this year. Especially not in neon green.
We're both true that. Both at 6-1. You come from Birmingham. You're heading down to Denton, Seth's hometown, to take on North Texas on the 28th of October. Obviously, we beat the Mean Green here last year in a non-conference game, but this year we're now a conference matchup.
Sure.
I feel like this is a win.
Yeah, new coach, new quarterback. There's just kind of a lot going on there. Like, I don't know. Anytime there's a coaching change, I just never know what to expect necessarily. So I'm like, okay, well, do they have a quarterback they can rely on? They brought in a transfer quarterback. It's not Austinani. And
Although he is still playing. No. Did he?
No.
He declared for the draft.
I think he went to the draft, yeah. So they pulled in a quarterback from Southern Miss, which I'm assuming he also beat out. So this is at least the second quarterback from Denton, Texas to beat out Grant Cannell for a starting job. Maybe not. Maybe Grant transferred beforehand. I don't know. But it's just getting too much of a conspiracy at this point.
So what you got? As win or loss?
It's a win, yeah.
Is it?
What?
You do have it a win?
It's a win, yeah.
Interesting. I don't think you've always had it a win.
Well, no, I think that we've struggled with them in years past for whatever reason, but
Okay.
new coach.
So
I'm telling you.
we're both at 7-1.
It's so unrealistic. I gotta go back and change something.
Well, it's too late now. You
I
can't
know.
change anything because we're headed down to Tampa. USF's coming off a bye heading into this November 4th at Tampa. First meeting since 2020. We won at the end of the game. What was that? A Calvin Austin catch in the corner of the end zone, right there on the edge to seal the victory. Yeah, with 1:03 left, 34-31 win.
I mean, I think South Florida can be something special. I like their coach,
You are a fan of
Alex Golish.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's good.
You wanted us to
If there was an opening, I wanted them to consider him. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's good. I think he has worked with some smart minds and really put something together. Jerry Bohannon, I think, is still the quarterback there and likely going to start. That's someone Tiger fans should be familiar with. We recruited him. There was a chance we had him. I think he came down to the final three between Baylor, us, and someone else, but he ended up going to USF, and he's good. Statistically, he has not looked good, and I don't know if that's because he has a poor cast around him or what, but I think it's going to be a win. I just don't see South Florida rebounding this quickly, even if they do have a good coach and a decent quarterback. It just seems like it's a big ask, honestly.
So we're both at, what is that, 9-1 now?
Is that a win for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heading into a matchup with Charlotte, first time we've ever played them.
Win. Moving on.
We are like 18-2 in November, I think, over the last several years. So yeah, a win against Charlotte, which takes us into a crucial matchup with SMU at home. We've won 7 of the last 9 in the series, 8-1 in the spread against the Mustangs. Led last year at halftime, but ended up losing that heartbreaker 34-31 through a pick in the end zone at the end of the game. Last time we played here, SMU came in ranked 23rd, and we got the 28-25 victory.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a big. I think there's a video of me. No, that was the last one. I was trying to think of the ending of that where we scored the game, but that was like 2 home games against SMU ago.
Yeah. That was not long after that was when Sonny Dykes was getting mentioned for the TCU job.
Yeah.
This one's it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really tough because if you think about it, UTSA, Tulane, SMU, and then Memphis. That's pretty much, for the most part, let's try that again. Some combination of UTSA or Tulane for the 1 and 2 spot. And I've seen anyone say Memphis or SMU for the 3rd or 4th spot.
Yeah.
It's a total toss-up there.
I think it's a toss-up of that top 4, like literally all 4 contenders to make the conference championship. And then it's not a significant drop-off, but I think there's a drop-off after that.
I will say that SMU's schedule is pretty friendly to them. So there's a chance this game could feel special to them because they're going to come into the Tigers likely looking pretty good. They'll have a loss more than likely to Oklahoma and TCU, but they are Charlotte, ECU, Temple, Tulsa, Rice, North Texas, and then Memphis.
Yeah. I mean, this could, again, they likely have 2 out-of-conference losses. Maybe they pull one of those out. But this could be a pretty big, important matchup late in the year to determine,
I think it's huge,
like home field for a conference championship, particularly.
Yeah, it's a very big game. Trey, I think this may be a loss only because
I'm kind of feeling that way too.
like it seems like we have struggled with SMU as of late. I don't know why, because there was a period in time where we just smoked them. I think there's actually been runs on both sides, really, where it's been like win, 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 loss, win, 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 and it just kind of keeps going on the other side. But I'm going to say it's a loss, a close one, but a loss. That pains me because it's a home game.
I know.
And if I could retroactively go back and change something, I would. But I'm going to say it's a loss, mostly because it seems so wild to go from like a 7-6 year to what are we now, 10-1?
9-1. No, 10-1, yeah.
10-1.
No, 9-1.
9-1, yeah. To 9-1. That just seems like kind of a big jump.
Roster to roster, though, because it sounds like you're saying the reason you're scheduling this a loss is because you've said win multiple weeks in a row. Roster to roster.
It's so
Memphis
tough.
at home.
They pulled in so much
Yeah, that's the thing.
transfer. That's where I'm at. It's not necessarily because I'm predicting so many wins, but it's like at that point in the year,
Like I know
all
for
those
a
transfers
fact
may be clicking for them.
they have 15 freaking Miami players on their roster.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to
I
think about that.
I think, Kenny, I'm taking this a loss too to move us to 9-2. I'm going to round out the year at Temple. We finally get over that hump in Philly and beat Temple. I'm going to have a good Thanksgiving weekend. I'm manifesting that right now. It's going to move us to 10-2, and then we're going to get revenge, get this, on SMU in the conference championship. How do you like me now?
That is a wild turn of events. That's not where I thought you were going to go with that.
Well, it's where I went with it.
I do think you win at Temple because I don't think Stan Drayton's in a nice way worth the damn. Like I just think that program is not doing hot right now.
EJ Warner.
Yeah, EJ Warner, I think he had a really good game at the end of the year last year versus ECU. I think he toasted ECU.
And was it our boy B Moss that told us what he said at Media Days this year, that there was a Memphis fan last year that just kept yelling at him that Isaac Bruce made his dad's career, and he was like, I don't know what to say back to that, because you can't. I mean, what is he going to say back?
What do you say? Like, someone's got to catch the ball.
Yeah,
Dude.
literally.
What do you mean?
He did.
Yeah,
And I think we know who that person was that was saying that.
was it Brandon?
Yeah.
Was it all B gum?
It was all,
Of course it was.
so,
I'm trying to think of who I would know that would yell something like that at somebody.
it was Bum G.
All bum.
Gosh.
All right, TJ, I'm at 10-2 in a conference championship appearance.
I mean, yeah, I think they're going to
You're
be.
at 10-2 too, with
gonna be
only.
Temple. I know it's.
I mean, you've
at
only got
Philly.
one conference loss.
I know it's at Philly, and the refs hate us up there. Joey still caught it. I'm going to take a win there. I just think that we're better. I'm trying to solely focus on our roster and how I feel about our roster heading into these games. And I just think our roster is better than Temple. So,
Fun fact, that'll be our only game played this entire year on actual grass.
really,
Yeah. Everything else is artificial turf.
Now, you know what people are going to say when they watch this and hear y'all's record, right?
yeah. I mean, trust me. When I looked at the schedule originally, I was like, this is a low ball 8-4, but I think a 9-3 is really what I feel best about.
So you're only one game off of that.
I know, but that's my thing though. Is I'm
That's
trying
the
to,
optimism in me, though. I think 9-3 feels probably where they end up, but I'm going, let's go 10-2 and make a conference championship.
Yeah.
The schedule sets up nice. Your toughest opponents outside of Missouri
All
are at home. You have a very weak second half of the season after the Tulane game. I mean, it's very doable.
Yeah. I think that if early on, if they can establish the running game, then I feel much, much better about what did I end up saying? 10-2?
Yeah.
10-2? Yeah, I'd feel much better about 10-2. But going into it now, all we're hearing is how everyone's looking good. Like, we don't really know what the running back situation is. There's 15 of them on the roster. Which ones are they going to stand out kind of situation? Maybe Ryan can give us a little input on that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think if the running game is going well, it's established, I would feel really, really good about it. 10-2. But as of right now, I'm a little on the fence. I think 9-3 is really where.
Well, hey, we're still 3 weeks out. Obviously, when we get to September 2nd, 9th, we'll get a better feel, and we'll have full breakdowns on game weeks. So,
Trey, just throwing this out there, courtesy of FanDuel, what do you think the over or under is set on for Memphis this year?
wins.
Yeah,
I've already seen it. It's 8.5.
Okay, cheater.
I am taking the over.
I didn't realize we were cheating. Okay. Wow.
I mean, I've already. What do you mean? That's not cheating. I bet. I've seen it.
Yeah, that's fair. What are Memphis's odds to win the conference?
That's good. We're probably the fourth best odds,
Give me a number.
which means we're probably plus 750.
Plus 700.
That's
pretty good money. Like, if anyone's actually a gambler.
I mean, I don't do a whole lot of future bets because I don't like tying my money up for that long, but I might throw something on that.
Yeah. Don't let Chase and Daniel know that we're the new Bluff City Bets over here. But just throwing it out
When
there.
we get in the season, TJ and I'll start throwing out some picks.
Memphis at plus 700 is very good money, considering it is a wide open conference race.
Wide open.
Like, I understand, like,
And you've got a
UTSA
schedule
gets
that
slotted
sets
in
up
there,
very nicely for you.
yeah, I mean, yes. I think that Memphis has a very, very. I mean, we're just talking about 10-1 and 9-2.
If not this year, when?
Look,
If not, you heard it from Seth. The most best team we've had in a long, most best talented.
that is something that I think that maybe gets overlooked as a statement in general, right? Because you're thinking, like, come on, dude, you're just saying that, right? You just lost
I mean, he didn't say it the other last year.
Caden Priestcorn. You just lost Eddie Lewis. You just lost Asa Martin.
Stonehands.
You just lost Gabe Rogers. Like, you just lost so many of your top receiving weapons, and now you're saying, like, you just got so many new
Yeah,
guys
but
back
we got
in.
Blaine Kumsky. We got Tusky Dove.
I'm
we got
with you. I'm just saying,
Rock Taylor.
when people hear that, they're gonna be like, "What? You're just talking out of your butt. Like, what are you talking about?"
Well, they better get out to Simmons Bank and watch this team.
Amen, brother.